Good afternoon. This is Talon with Old Guy Stuff at Busy Corner Lane. And I'm going to show you one of the ways that we reuse orange juice containers or plastic bottles in general. Okay, and I really like the orange juice containers. Okay, because orange juice containers can be more than just orange juice. Hey, it can be Kool-Aid or iced tea. We can even put water in it and stuff. One of the, oh my gosh, yeah. It can be dog food. I know, this looks tasty. Okay, I cut a bottle in half, like an orange juice bottle in half, and I put cherry tomatoes and strawberries out of the garden that we're ready to pick. And I'm going to show you something that we do with these when we bring them in the house. Okay, so I carry this out in the garden. We just kind of pick them by hand so we can have a snack for later. And then we got to clean them up. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to put some water in. We don't use insecticide or anything like that. We put some water in just in case there's like little dirt or whatever on it. We try to make sure things are elevated out in the garden so that the food does not actually touch the soil. And then I'm going to take this, kind of like a funnel type deal or strainer that we made out of orange juice container. In fact, this is the other half of the container. Okay, it's the other half. And I drilled some holes in the top of it. That's a 1/4-inch drill bit, I believe I used. And then when it comes time to just drain them, I just pour that in. And I set that in a drain basket. And we're going to have a nice, healthy snack for later. Okay, so let me show you how I actually fill these things up by doing dog food. And then I'll show you the basics on how I make it. I'm not going to go through the whole process, I don't think, but I will do some of the process. So, here we go. Let's go outside. On my way out, I saw this sitting here, so I thought I'd mention this too. This is like from a regular water bottle. And I did the same process with these bottle caps that I do with these orange juice tops. Okay, the only difference is the hole on the inside is smaller, okay, because the bottle cap is smaller. But if I screw this onto here, this lets me screw it onto a bottle top that this would go to, and we save the bottles. So if I'm going to put like a powdered tea mix or Kool-Aid or whatever in there, the powder goes in really, really fast and easy, a lot better than just a funnel that we buy from the store. And then we just fill it with water, and the water goes in really fast too. So you can actually make that Kool-Aid or iced tea or whatever in 30 seconds, whereas I might be waiting that long just for a store-bought funnel. So this actually makes a really, really good funnel. And we're going to show you the process on how I did this. This is actually one of my nicer looking ones. So let's go out to the garage. We're going to do this with some dog food real quick because we're preparing for a road trip, and we take our dog food in these type of containers. So let's go do that. Okay, we're in the garage. I took a moment to grab an empty bottle that I had on the shelf. And we store our dog food basically in these type of containers, but I haven't poured those bags into yet, so I still need to do that. Okay. Get off. Okay, so the way I get the dog food in here really easy, right, is I basically took two of the orange juice tops, drilled a hole in them. I think I did this one with an awl on a multi-tool, and then I scraped it with a knife until that hole got like that. But most of the times now, on the newer ones I make, I just use a drill bit, and I'll show you how I do that. So this just screws on here. This is my dog food funnel, okay? And I screw this onto here, like that. No real chance to make a mess, all right? And then, I'm gonna make sure I can see this. Okay, and then I just take my container that I put the food up with, and I put it in there, and if I put too much food in, I just gotta shake it a little bit. It goes in pretty good, and our dog will actually eat an entire orange juice container of food a day. He's still a puppy at 7 months old, but he's big. He's a 80 pounds. He supposedly can grow to 180 pounds. But gosh, I hope not. That's going to be bigger than I can deal with. Okay, so do that. I just leave this in the dog food. I'll screw this top onto here. Now we got enough of these set up for our road trip. Then we don't have to carry dog food in bags or buy a container or something like that. But we already have this, and we don't have to pay any money for it. Okay, I'll show you the basics on how I make these. So let's go to the tool room. He heard me messing with food. This is my baby here, Aspen. Hey, Aspen. I'll give you some, don't worry. Okay, he just had a snack, so now he's happy puppy. Some people might not like the lack of continuity, but if the puppy comes in, you know, he's basically a baby, so I will pay a little bit of attention to him. All right, so here we are. I use, nowadays, for these containers, it's an 1¼ inch spade bit. I don't have to have a drill press, but since I have it hooked up, I'm going to use it. I could have actually put this in my multi-tool that's got a bit driver attachment and just spun that in there, but you know, this is just so much easier. Okay, and I just did this one a little while ago, and then I thought, ooh, I can make a video on this. So, so I've got this part already done for one of them. I'm gonna do another one right here. Just take that off, and I'm gonna put this in like this, and then let's see how this is gonna look. Yeah, that's okay. Hopefully my hand won't be in the way. And I just try to go easy. I don't try to drill fast. Just go easy on it. So I throw this one away. Be back in a moment. Okay, so now when I pick this up, I can put these two together. Okay, now the holes are not perfectly aligned, but that's okay. What I'm going to do, and there's not really time to show this on the video because I'd have to totally warm up my glue gun. Okay, but what I do is I will just take hot glue and I'll just smear it all along the top here, and then I'll just crunch them together. I just crush them. So I got hot glue on this, and I just crush them together, and I'll set it down on the countertop like this, and I'll put something on top of it, like a heavy book or, you know, a pot of water or something. I just put something heavy on it, put some pressure on it. And about a minute later, it's going to be cooled down enough you can mess with. So when it cools down enough, you're going to notice that there's a little bit of hot glue kind of oozed out and stuff like that in here. And I just take a small knife blade that's on one of my multi-tools, and I just scrape it out. That's all I do. And then when we look at the finished product, it'll look pretty good. So let's go look at that finished product again. Okay, so my finished one already is this one, and it's just nice and clean and smooth looking on the inside. The hot glue's all smooth on the outside for that, what you can see. And when I run liquids through it, there is no leaking whatsoever, so that's important. Now, I mentioned that once they're glued together, there'll be some glue that's a little seeped out in this area that you don't see in the other one that's finished, just because I've already scraped it out. So I'll show you what I do. So I've got a multi-tool. A lot of people have these. This one's just the MP600 by Gerber. There's other multi-tools out there that all multi-tools that got a knife blade will do this. Okay, I choose this one just because it's the smallest knife blade on a multi-tool that I've got. Okay. I've got bigger multi-tools that would do it, but then the knife blades are just so much bigger, and I don't need to mess with a really big knife blade for this. Okay, so since I drilled this a little offset, what I want to do is just kind of make it more symmetrical through there. And so I just take my knife blade like this, and I'm careful. I am not going to be moving the knife blade. I'm going to move the orange juice lid. And all I'm doing is twisting it enough to let it curl up. I'm not sure how good we can see this. Maybe zoom in. There we go. I do it enough so that this curls up. My gosh, it's like not clearing up. There we go. So it just curls up some. So I'm not doing a lot. I'm just a little bit at a time. And I can go from the other side. I don't have to go from the inside part. I can go from the other side. So let me zoom this back out. Okay. The only thing I do well with my camera is zoom. Okay, so I can just do this and just go like this, and it's just nice and easy. I don't have to do anything hard, okay? I can choose to move my blade, which I am now, and it's just curling things up. I'm not trying to do big cuts. And actually in about 2-3 minutes, I could have this looking really good all the way around. Now, I usually will do this step when I've already done the glue. But like I said, it's going to take quite a while for my glue gun to actually heat up to do this. And by that time, the video will have shut itself off, and then I'm going to have a lot of difficulty with it. So I'm still pretty new to this YouTube thing. So, you know, that's kind of why I'm just doing it this way right now instead of adding the glue. But when I go to add the glue, right, I just have it here and I take the glue gun. We'll just say this is the glue gun. And I go, I squeeze the glue down, right, and maybe a couple laps in there. I don't mind having it ooze out. Then I'll put something on it like this, okay? And then I'll take something that's heavy and put it on there. And I don't have anything in here right now for that, but you know, I'll have something prepared, and I just set it on just to have pressure on it for a couple minutes until the glue's like all cooled down. And then once it's cooled down, I'll pick this up like this, and I'll see all this gluey stuff in here, and I'll just take, you know, the knife blade, and I'll just smooth out all the gluey stuff. And this one on the outside looks good, so I would have left it like this. I did not do anything to this one. But if it like looks all nasty and stuff, then I would actually, you know, take it like this and just ease it up. You don't have to make big cuts, just ease it up and ease it up. And after about 2 minutes, you'll have a finished product that looks like this. And you can reuse all your orange juice containers like that. We do it with water bottles. When this Kool-Aid container is empty, I'm going to make that Kool-Aid and this one at the same time. And my whole thing on this is I do it the same way. If it's an orange juice container, I'll use the orange juice funnel thing that I make for pouring it in. And if it's going into the water bottle, I'll use this one. I just screw it in, and I'm not going to get any leaking, okay? And my funnel that I use for the orange juice containers actually got my tomatoes in it right now and strawberries. So let me clear that out and I'll show you. Okay, I put those in here. Take it off. Man, those are going to taste good later. So I can take this part off, which is just my little strainer, and I'm screw this one on. And this will now screw into the top of here. So I can pour my big old thing of Kool-Aid mix into it, dump the water in, it'll go in real fast just because the hole in this funnel is big. Okay, so a lot of good uses you can get out of your containers like this. Doesn't have to be orange juice either. I started with water bottles, I went to orange juice. Just a lot of things that you can do. Okay, basically you're limited by your imagination. Okay. I hope this video helps you with some ideas on doing things, just repurpose stuff. You don't have to throw the bottles away. You don't have to recycle them. You can use them over and over and over. This particular bottle, we've used this one for more than a year. Usually at about a year and a half, we'll just change bottles. But this one hasn't been getting any, you know, like nasty stuff in it or whatever. So I'm just going to use it until, you know, I can't use it anymore. Anyway, this is Talon, and we're in the old guy stuff at Busy Corner Lane. I hope this video helped people out. Hit the like button and all that stuff, and subscribe if you feel inspired to. Glad I got a chance to bring this to you, and have a safe, happy, peaceful, wonderful day, and goodbye.